Welcome to Journey to Joy Live, a podcast to promote wellness, resilience, and inspire joy. Be empowered to balance your mental, physical, financial, aspirational, and social health while providing mental health awareness and breaking down the stigma of mental illness in the Black community. I'm your host, Dr. If Joy, and I'm here to help you transform life's challenges into opportunities for joy. Let's begin the journey together. We are talking about joy in the dark because it is dark and the days are shorter because it was just daylight savings time. And daylight savings time in the winter, while it is happening, is one of my favorites because you fall back and you have an extra hour of sleep. But ultimately, the outcome of the winter, fall, daylight savings time is not so fun because that means shorter days and thank you, Marvin. That means shorter days and less exposure to sunlight, and less exposure to sunlight throws us off in a lot of ways with our mental health, our joy, and creates sadness, and when it comes to falling back, let's not fall back into sadness or fall back into seasonal affective disorder or winter blues or holiday blues. Let's fall back into joy. Okay? So thinking about it from a different perspective is very helpful. So there is obviously a biological reason for the fall back and for the daylight savings time to affect us. Think about it. Less day means more darkness. We have melatonin that gets released from our brain naturally. Melatonin is that chemical that helps us fall asleep. Some of you all take melatonin over the counter to help with your sleep. But for most of us, the melatonin gets released when it's dark outside so that we can get tired and fall asleep. But our brains get a little bit confused when it gets darker earlier around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and melatonin starts getting released a little bit too early, and then we start to get tired, unfortunately. So that disrupts our circadian rhythms, that creates fatigue, irritability, and of course, with irritability, you have more motivation. With less sunlight, not only are your melatonin increasing and releasing sooner than it should, but serotonin is also lower because of sunlight. Serotonin, I talk about that a neurotransmitter all the time. It's that feel-good chemical that gets released to help us with happiness and joy and rest. Antidepressants increase serotonin in our brains to help us with improved sleep, improved depression and anxiety, and helps get rid of aggression. So when you get less serotonin, there's literally a biological reason for seasonal affective disorder or seasonal depression, which is why you start to feel more sleepy, more snacky, more foggy when that is happening because that serotonin levels are low, as well as vitamin D is low. We are energy-driven people. It's almost like we're plants. We grow with the sun, we get joy with we get vitamin D with the sun. And without vitamin D, that increases our risk of the winter blues and seasonal affective disorder as well. So this mind-body connection is definitely enhanced by our light exposure. The brain doesn't just respond to sunlight, but it also responds to our routines. And with the light changing and the shorter days, colder, darker sooner, our routines are changing. Maybe you're not going outside as much, maybe you're not hanging out as much, maybe you are not working as much doing your morning routine because now it's dark. Well, technically, it's light now in the morning because last week was not so cool, taking the kids to school. I don't know what it was about the week before daylight savings time where it was so dark in the morning, but now that we get further back, it is lighter in the morning, but extremely dark sooner. But one way to have joy in the dark is to literally create your joy in the dark. I mean, if you're someone that's fond of these holidays, I was literally outside, right, and doing DIY projects. We turned our Halloween decorations into Christmas decorations. We had a 12-foot skeleton turned out to a 12-foot Grinch. So it's like fun and festive. And there's a reason why whoever created holiday lights and Christmas lights for the Christmas so we can light up the darkness, like, literally lighting up the darkness. So I'm just like, "It's dark right now," but now I'm excited that I get to turn on my colorful, joyful Christmas lights. So that's definitely one way to bring the joy back, to fall back into joy when you're going through these daylight savings times and the days getting darker sooner and shorter. But you can chase the morning light. That's one practical tip. It gets it's light earlier, so when it's light outside, be up when it's light. Don't take advantage of the light while it's light. So wake up early while it's light, get outside while it's light. You can also use light therapy if for some reason you can't get outside. And speaking of which, it's not just the sun. Even if it's cloudy or overcast outside, that works too. That enhances your mood as well. But as I mentioned, light therapy is really good, especially for those suffering from seasonal affective disorder, where you need that extra light. 10,000 luxes of lamp. You can get that lamp on Amazon for 20 to 30 minutes in the morning every day. That can be extremely helpful and can boost your mood. So if you whether you have winter blues or holiday blues, I keep wanting to say baby blues. Baby blues plus holiday blues plus winter blues, all those things. But if it progresses into seasonal depression or seasonal affective disorder, definitely do the light therapy, but you don't need to have actual seasonal depression to use the light therapy. Anybody can do that, right? But if you do have seasonal affective disorder and the light therapy is not helping, getting back into your routine isn't helping, or exercise, or taking a supplement, vitamin D, sometimes therapy, or medication is something that's necessary. So chasing that sunlight, getting up early while it's light therapy, moving every day. So exercise gets those endorphins going that you need in order to have your joy. So if you are exercising daily, no matter what, whether it's indoors or outdoors, and honestly, I know most of us don't like to work out when it's dark or work out when it's cold, but you can do that. My husband would get up at 2 AM in the middle of the night to do his run. Not telling everybody to do that, not everybody wants to do that. But if you have a treadmill, it doesn't matter what time of day, and it's definitely not cold in your house, you can work out in your house. So making sure you're moving definitely combats the winter blues and the progression to seasonal affective disorder. So let's get ahead of it. This week is the first week where we've got these short days. It doesn't last long 'cause, less than 2 months is Christmas, and right after Christmas, the days start to get longer. Feeding your brain is helpful as well, when it comes to dealing with these shorter days and these darker days. Omega-3 fatty acids, I recommend omega-3 fatty acids to all of my patients no matter what, especially those dealing with depression and ADHD. Omega-3 fatty acids, fish oil supplement. You can get a fish oil supplement or in your diet with whether it's salmon, chia seeds, walnuts. Legend, you are just giddy. What are you watching? Oh my god. You got your little tablet, the little pad? This boy is happy. See? Find something happy that makes you giggle like a 4-year-old. He's gonna be 5 years old in a couple of days, but that right there, that boy just giggling in the background. Um, so supplements like vitamin D as well as omega-3 fatty acids are very important. I usually recommend 2,400 milligrams of fatty acids every day for my patients. Okay, if you have ADHD, it helps with that. If you have depression, it helps with that. If you find yourself in a winter blues every winter, it can help with that. Vitamin D supplement. If you don't know your vitamin D levels, it's safe to have 1 to 2,000 international units daily. If you know you have vitamin D deficiency, talk to your doctor about what your supplement is, because you should be taking more than 1 to 2,000 international units a day if you have an active vitamin D deficiency. Some of you should be taking 50,000 international units a week. Some of you should be taking 5,000 a day. Find out from your doctor what you need to be taking, but if you literally have a biological reason, we all have a biological reason for, like I said, the winter blues. You literally have a biological reason because you have a deficit in your vitamin D level. Definitely talk to your doctor and get the vitamin D supplements for that and do all these other things on top of that. Because if you have that extreme deficit, it should be higher than 30. If you have an extreme deficit and you're like down to a level 8, mm, exercise, moving every day, a vitamin D, a small vitamin D supplement, light therapy, none of that's gonna do anything until you get that large dose of vitamin D that you should be taking. Protect your sleep, sleep. So although you are getting tired sooner, make sure you're getting a good set, consistent sleep schedule. So go to sleep at the same time every day, wake up at the same time every day, work out every day, eating healthy. This is gonna help you get on top of what's coming, especially, like I said, if you are the type of person who gets seasonal depression. So that's really it. We're gonna keep this short. We had these technical difficulties tonight. Morning light, maximize when it's light outside. If you're the type that feels like you are paralyzed and not doing anything when it's dark, maximize that daylight, use light therapy, get yourself moving, eat healthy, get some supplements if you need to, omega-3 fatty acids, fish oil, vitamin D, protecting your sleep. Or just remember, it's not you, it's your biology, it's your body, we're connected to the sun, your body's just adjusting to a new rhythm. Give yourself grace and light and fall back into joy. Mhm. This has been an Enjoy Life production. If you're in a crisis, don't hesitate. Call, text, or chat 988 for immediate support. Please note, this podcast is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional treatment. If you're looking for therapy or medication management through Enjoy Life, visit www.drenjoylife.com to request a consultation. I'm licensed in 12 states. I accept Aetna in Georgia, Florida, and Virginia. Be sure to grab your copy of the Enjoy Note to help you on your wellness journey. Also check out Inspired Joy for the wife, mom, boss to help you balance it all without losing yourself. Better yet, get the full Joy bundle for just $45. Remember, Journey to Joy Live is every Thursday at 7 p.m. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, may you continue to transform stress into joy.